But just understand, get rid of the distractions. And another distraction you might have is there's people outside this banquet hall. In Starkville High School and Starkville Academy and West Octavia High School that's closing and East Octavia. There's people in that school who would love to be here tonight. They'd like to be athletes like you, healthy. They'd love to be in a position to be a part of this program. But also there's people out here in this community who would like to have you come with them because they think they're having a great time. They're having parties all the time. They're enjoying themselves. They look at you and say, why are you going to school every day? Why are you going to church on Sunday? Why are you spending time with your mom and dad? Why are you studying at night? Why don't you come with us? We're having a blast. High school year is supposed to be the fun years of your life. Why are you doing those things? Be a part of the in crowd. Look at what it is. We don't care about much. We'll go to school but not really pay attention. We're not going to study too much. We just feel like it's important to have a good time all the time. Well, let me look at you guys' eyes and I'll tell you this. And it's happening across the country. As I travel, I see a lot of kids just falling to that crap. And what happens? When you're 20 or 21 years of age, look for those people. They've left Starkville. They're no longer around. No phone number for them, no address for them, and what have they left you? You say, well, at 20 or 21, I'll start all over again. Guys, you can't. And I don't want to see one of you guys in the Walmart in 5 or 6 years and say, I heard you speak at our baseball banquet, and I listened, but I didn't really understand, but I can't do this, and I can't do that. I can't do anything because I just wasted the most important years of my life. The college scholarship, the dreams that you might have. Some of you might now struggling right now academically, struggling with your character, struggling with those good times and say, hey, maybe I could go out and have a beer or two. Let's have some fun. Tell them thank you, but no thank you. You're here to get an education, be a part of an athletic department, being a role model, being a good brother, be a good son, and tell them no thank you. You want to be something when you grow up. And when you're 20 or 21, if you go that route with those people, I guarantee you some of you are going to fail. And I can feel sorry for you, but I don't feel sorry for you. This is the time. This is the time in high school to get it right academically, socially, your character, your morals, athletically. This is the time, not when you're 20 or 21. All right, I'm going to give you 4 real quick stories. And when you hear them, I want your eye contact and sit up in the chair a little bit because believe me, if you listen to these 4 quick stories, and you take them from here tonight, from this beautiful country club, and go back to your home in Starkville or Moore or wherever you might be in this area. You go back there, believe me, if you're struggling right now in some aspects of your life, financial, with mom and dad, sister or brother, morals, character, not paying attention to school, just listen to these 4 stories. I can guarantee you tonight, the good thing is, you're young enough that you can change. You're not going to change when you become 21 or 22. You can change right now if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because again, the next 3, 4, 5 years of your life, boys, will determine what you become the rest of your life. And there's guys here right now who are struggling in some aspect of your life. I can't solve all your problems. All I can do is tell you there's 4 attributes. If you take these from this banquet tonight and you apply it to your life starting tomorrow on Tuesday at Starkville High School, things could get a heck of a lot better for you. The first is a very common thing. Basically, have faith. I'm not up here to preach, but let me tell you a real quick story. I always had captains. Thomas, weren't you a captain one time? Picked by his teammates. I didn't pick them. I said, guys, give me your captain choices. They'll represent Mississippi State or Georgia Southern everywhere I coached. I always had 2. And I said to him, I don't care if it's a pitcher, I don't care if it's a hitter, it could be a freshman. Who's your leader? Who do you look up to? Who's a take charge type of guy? Who's the guy you have a lot of confidence in? And most of the time, it's an upperclassman. Most of the time, it's a senior. Most of the time, it's guys who had a great year, offensively or defensively or pitching the year before. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes they give the co-captain to a guy they just love. That's not a great player. Well, this happened up in Columbus, Ohio several years ago. This young man was named the co-captain of his baseball team in a good baseball program. The guy never started a game in 4 years. He'd been there 4 years, never started a game. Why? Wasn't as good as the other players. He understood it. Never missed practice. Always had a smile on his face. A straight A student. A yes sir, no sir. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. A role model. The players loved this guy. And so when the coach allowed them to vote for their co-captain, that was a unanimous choice. This young man would be a senior this year. We're going to make him our co-captain. It's unheard of. A boy that never started a game. And what happened on a Tuesday? They were going to play a big game on Friday. They're practicing as you all did today. I know it was very cold today, but it was practice day. You're outside, and all of a sudden, practice came to a complete halt. The reason is, boys saw the principal's aide, a lady, coming down this hill over the first base dugout in high heels. And she was having a hard time because she was almost on a dead run. And she was falling almost, and they knew there was an emergency. She's not coming down that hill that quick, unless something happened. They all were fearful. Somebody's going to have a bad experience here in a second. She finally made it down there. The coach told the kids, get to the mound there, I'm going to go visit. They saw their head coach go over there and talk to the principal's aide. And they saw their head coach put his head down and slowly walk back to the mound, gathered the team together and said, Billy, come here. He put his arm around Billy, walked him to the dugout. Came back to the players, said, guys, I want to say a prayer. Billy's dad has just passed away. Their co-captain, their buddy, their friend. They took it hard. They tried to practice the rest of the day. It did not go very good. Practice ended. They went to the boy's father's funeral on Thursday, the whole team. And they were very close, and they were so sorry for Billy's dad passing away. Friday game day, boy was there, ready for batting practice, and went up to the head coach and said, Coach, can I have a word with you just for a second? The coach said, yeah, Billy. And he said, I just want to thank you for bringing the team to my dad's funeral. It meant so much to me and my mom. But Coach, can you do me a favor? Will you play me today? Would you see if you can get me in the game today? Can you maybe start me today? And the coach, this is a big game, really didn't want to do that, but he said, Billy, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put you at third. Our third baseman can play left. We'll take a left field and make a DH. We're going to start you today, Billy. And he played. Didn't do real well. Made a couple errors. Didn't get any hits, but let me tell you, they won the game. Game's over, everybody's leaving. You guys know what happens after a game. Getting parents and your cars and go to the locker room, whatever. I mean, everybody's gone. He stayed around. He wanted to thank his head coach, and he did. He went up to him and thanked him so much for allowing him to play. He said, Coach, I'm glad I got to start. I got to play the whole game. I want to thank you so much. And the coach said, why was it so important today? He said, Coach, you didn't know. My mom and dad came to every home game. Every home game. Never missed a game. They loved me. And you didn't know also that my dad, unfortunately, because of being a diabetic, has been blind since I've been born. And today, Coach, was the first day my dad got a chance to see me play in a baseball game. Guys, if you have that much faith, tomorrow, when you go to school, you'll have a little bit more bounce to your step, a little smile on your face. You got something to play for, something that's ahead of you in long life, eventually when you leave this great earth.